What's up guys? Welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you'd like to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
Thus, the birth of Curse Lord Kagali and Wonder Pierrot Laplace marked a turning point. From then on, events unfolded rapidly. Securing dominance over their territory, Kagali faced fierce battles against humans and demi-humans. Despite persecution, she emerged triumphant as Curse Lord Kagali. He gained recognition as one of the demon lords, steadily expanding his influence. Through his recommendation, Carrion, the Beastmaster, and Frey, the Sky Queen, ascended as demon lords, forming a formidable alliance. All seemed well. However, he failed to realize his growing complacency. Kagali then turned her attention to a rising figure named Leon. The plan? To humble this self-proclaimed demon lord and assert control. At first sight, jealousy gripped Kagali. Leon, this self-styled demon lord, possessed an unparalleled beauty. Deformed by her demon father, the king, and stripped of her femininity, Kagali struggled to find her place. Leon's extraordinary allure momentarily clouded her judgment, leading to a grave miscalculation of his strength. A single blow from Leon cost Kagali her corporeal form, leaving her to wander as a mere spirit. It was a miracle she endured. Driven by vengeance and an insatiable desire, Kagali clung to life. As the Curse Lord, she meticulously prepared for her resurrection, but her final summoning attempt ended in failure, leaving her without a physical form. She pleaded for salvation, yearning for companionship, but her cries went unanswered. Though not entirely alone, Kagali received no aid, embarking on a grueling journey fraught with hardship. Amidst adversity, she led the way, her ideals distant yet guiding her forward. There was no room for self-pity. Kagali forged ahead, ever determined. Kagali had resigned herself to the notion that no one would come to her rescue. Her trust was solely reserved for herself and her cherished companions. This had been her guiding principle. Then came that boy, Yuki Kagarizaka.
Okay, you seem worn out. Take a breather inside me for a bit.
Yuki Kagarizaka extended a hand to Kagali, who had once attempted to end his life, someone whom no one had ever saved before. Over the next few years, Kagali spent her time resting within Yuki, offering counsel and guidance. Luckily, her unique skill, Schemer, could be utilized by souls alone, yet they still faced numerous formidable adversaries. One such adversary was Maribel Rosso, a particularly troublesome opponent. Despite Yuki's strategic brilliance and Kagali's confidence in her own intellect, overcoming Maribel proved exceedingly challenging. They were consistently outmatched, lacking the resources to rival Maribel's influence. Even if they formed an organization to counter her, Maribel maintained a firm grip on its reins.
We need to eliminate her. If we don't deal with her eventually, our plans will crumble.
No doubt about it. That demon masquerading as a girl is our biggest hurdle.
In the realm of economic warfare, victory or defeat hinges not solely on combat prowess. Though still a child, Maribel's cunning posed a significant threat. As she matured, their chances of competing on equal footing diminished. With years passing since their resolve was made, change loomed on the horizon. But the arrival of the enigmatic slime, Demon Lord Rimuru, was not the change they anticipated. After years of dwelling within Yuki, Kagali finally obtained a homunculus body. Yuki had honored his word. Moreover, "This is my true form." Yuki's kindness brought Kagali to the brink of tears, though she maintained a composed exterior. Attempting to retain her masculine demeanor, she was gently chided by Laplace, whose teasing concealed genuine concern.
Thanks, boss.
With heartfelt gratitude, Kagali expressed her thanks. Having regained a physical form, she eagerly anticipated indulging in delicious meals and desserts. The cream puffs were particularly delightful. They shared joyous moments with friends, laughter filling the air. How blissful they felt. Yet, that happiness proved fleeting. Clayman had perished. With the loss of another cherished companion, Kagali and the others were reminded once more. For their own sake, they must seize control of the world, to become its rulers and guide it on the right path. Foolish, proud, and endearing Clayman. Rest peacefully now and watch over us. We'll realize our ambitions. Kagali and her comrades didn't champion justice, nor did they embrace evil. They treaded a middle path. It was this moderation that they believed would pave the way for a world where everyone could find happiness. With unwavering conviction, they pressed on. They defeated Maribel, faced exposure by Demon Lord Rimuru, sought refuge in the Empire, and fell under Lieutenant Kondu's sway. Even Yuki fell under their influence. Despite Kagali's heartache, she refused to yield.
I promise I won't betray you. I accept your rule.
Contracts must be honored, benefits repaid. Kagali was prepared to employ any means necessary. And so, Kagali awoke, shedding the fragile homunculus form. She reclaimed the body of an undead elf, stronger and more beautiful than her former self as Demon Lord Kagali. Thus, 9 undead elves were reborn. But this was merely the beginning. Upon awakening, Kagali found Feldway and the others had brought Velzard back. Intent on extracting the dragon factor from Velzard for further evolution, Michael first imbued Kagali and the others with the army of angels, Armageddon. She was resolved not to compromise. The 7 seraphim were successfully summoned. From those not formerly angels, individuals willing to incarnate were chosen. Naturally, Kagali was among them. The others included Tyr, Footman, Vega, Orca Aria, Arios, and Mai Faruqi. As tremendous powers clashed within their bodies, they were reborn. Thus Kagali and her companions, except for Vega, emerged as Yoten, heavenly spirits. And so, 5 months had passed since Kagali arrived at the Heavenly Star Palace. A grand celestial palace. Rows of white pillars adorned the audience chamber. The hall exuded a sacred aura. Angels with pristine white wings filled the space. Though they lacked physical forms, they awaited their time to descend to earth. With no will of their own, they remained motionless, creating a solemn, statue-like presence in the hall. At the front, chairs were arranged in a circle, occupied by the distinguished figures who had been reborn, including Kagali and her companions. They had grown significantly more powerful, their presence now much more imposing. They had been summoned because Michael was about to awaken. When Kagali had reawakened with the seraphim within her, Michael had still been asleep. However, he had yet to appear, seemingly delayed. With time to spare, Kagali observed the angels. She was informed that there was no limit to how many angels could be summoned simultaneously, though their total energy was finite. Normally, it would amount to an army of 1,000,000, but with 7 seraphim summoned, the numbers were fewer this time. Nevertheless, the quality was exceptional. The contingent consisted solely of mid-level and higher angels, with no low-level ones present. The approximate count was 1,000 Dominion angels, 3,000 Virtue angels, and 6,000 Power angels. Angels that hadn't incarnated couldn't utilize their full strength. Even so, the Power angels' combat abilities ranked over A. Their activity limit was 7 days, but that was ample time to devastate the earth. But the demon lords would manage. That was Kagali's thought.
This isn't enough. With just this, it will be tough to take out any significant forces.
Her words echoed in the silent hall. Though she didn't expect a response, she received one.
Well, I didn't have any followers, but everyone else did. Honestly, I doubt I could defeat one of the octagram.
Kagali turned to the speaker.
I never thought I'd agree with you. By the way, Dino, I didn't know you worked for Feldway-sama. Is that true?
Kagali whispered softly. Dino responded casually.
I can't disclose that. I'm a watcher. My job is to keep a low profile. And just to correct you, I am a former associate of Feldway, not a subordinate.
Dino had infiltrated the octagram and acted as a watcher monitoring Earth. Dino, Pico, and Gracia, the 3 fallen angels, were on a special mission to observe the human world. By Veldanava's decree, they were tasked with ensuring humanity's survival. The demon lords, led by Guy, were meant to admonish humanity when it overstepped. To prevent the demon lords from overreaching, the chosen hero served as a counterbalance. Dino's role was to investigate whether the dynamic between demon lords and heroes functioned correctly. Dino, with his prominent role as a demon lord, drew attention, while Pico and Gracia conducted their investigation discreetly. Dino's covert task was to provide cover for their movements. However, with Veldanava's absence, there was no one to report to, allowing Dino to enjoy his freedom openly as a demon lord. Dino didn't hide this fact, he spoke openly about it. Kagali couldn't help but wonder why he was even present. Gracia, perhaps sensing her curiosity, offered an explanation with a smile.
He has got a hefty debt to Feldway, so he can't refuse when asked,
she said. Pico chimed in.
But he can't return to Demon Lord Rimuru, so has chosen to follow Michael Sama.
Kagali found it hard to believe.
Well, that's Dino for you,
she conceded. Although Kagali doubted Dino followed Michael for that reason, it was typical of him. Then, she changed the subject.
So, what's Demon Lord Rimuru like? I pretend I have a grudge against him for Clayman's death, but honestly, I'm intrigued by him.
It was a lie. In truth, Kagali held no grudge against Demon Lord Rimuru. Their history together was undeniable. However, with Rimuru allying with Yuki, even if they were to clash again, he remained an intriguing figure. The blame for Clayman's demise lay with Lieutenant Kondu, who controlled him, and ultimately, Michael, who controlled Kondu. Though Kagali understood this, she wasn't foolish enough to vocalize it. Dino responded to Kagali's query without delving deeper.
His underlings are quite a handful. especially that Zijin fellow.
In their last mission, Dino's task was to deal with the labyrinthine forces, specifically targeting Ramirez for capture or elimination. Dino claims he nearly succeeded, but the truth is he failed. He blames this on being interrupted by Zijin, a powerful Majin.
Is he really that strong?
He's not just strong, he's insanely powerful. They say he's the strongest of the dungeon's elite 10, so he's definitely stronger than me.
Dino admitted. Exhausted from a series of battles, Dino had underestimated his opponent. Meanwhile, Zijin hadn't taken Dino seriously and had toyed with him. Deep down, Dino didn't want to seem like a sore loser.
That's a weak excuse. Just crush him. Don't worry, I'll take care of him myself.
Vega boasted. How nice it must be to be so foolish. Dino thought but kept silent. There was no point in saying anything. Vega hasn't changed a bit. Even with his power, we might not be able to use him effectively. Kagali sighed in frustration. Being confident in your strength is fine, but it's useless if you lack the critical sense needed in battle. The key was understanding the difference in strength between you and your opponent. Facing an unbeatable foe only wastes your energy. Pico and Gracia seemed to get this, and they frowned in displeasure. They didn't say anything, likely because they weren't close to Vega and knew advising him was pointless. That seemed to be the end of the discussion.
Well, if you come across an insectar in the labyrinth, be careful. Zijin is a beetle type, but a Pito, the B-type, is dangerous too.
Dino's casual remark, which was meant to end the conversation, caught Zelenus's interest.
A beetle type and a B-type. Tell me more.
Dino felt the weight of the overwhelming presence and unintentionally spilled what little information he knew.
Oh, so, I heard they were Rimuru protectors before he became a demon lord.
Zelenus remained silent, absorbing Dino's tale, leaving an awkward pause hanging. Come on, say something. Dino found Zelenus rather imposing. Since he didn't want to delve further into it, he shifted gears, attempting to divert attention.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. A big thanks to the AnimeKouhai patrons who made this video possible. Jared Bressler, Chad Vota, Nate, Havox, Speed Saber, Curtis Loban, Judah Herrera, Just a Guy, Miss L.W. Hernandez, Jason Martin, Zach Rossan, Jerry Sladek, Ray Perez, Donald Williams, Moab A, Day of Light, John M, Godman Gaming, Markithian Tidwell, Adrian, Kumo, Sanketh Chelu, T. Bush, John L, Edgar Fuentes, JV, Thomas, J, Christ, Joshua Cousins, Vethelny, Khaled, Christian Deshazer, Cal Robs, Divine C. Harris, Panda Cats, DeAndre Nance, Monty Boy 98, D-Man, Ruben, Yuki Iki, Gray, Kamal Ebanks, Isaac, Koala King 93, Paul DeGrassi, Little 95, Quilly Buckner, Zephyrus, Alver, Normal Defate, L, Gary Miles, Dragon Spawn 666, J. Rule, Liron Sangkap, Lucas Gay, Jason Martin, Ekotski, Foolish Prophets, Ethan Madison, Sky T, Diego Ginoza, Andre Hamilton, Guy Endsley, Simon Road, Emperor WSA, Mika Espinosa, George Hage, Gobi Lin, Pratik Bandari, Arod Dare, Faiz Mansour, Jackson Early, Smexy, Carl Stephen Bernadal, Gareth Hashimoto, Steven Madison, Homelike Drop, Vasto Lord, Martin Ramos, Marl Barsha, Hansel Ortega, Karam Faraj, Efrain Hernandez, Luca Gaming WTF, William Locke, Jordan Mersha, Kamal Luke, Spencer Candila, Ian Sikibul, Potate, Thanakorn Lee Sawat, Lamar, KACP9R, Tony, The Harv, Mike Roch, Matthew Abraham, Drayden Yamauchi. Thank you so much for helping out. I'll see you guys in the next video.